This morning, after waking up and rubbing the crusties out of my eyes because I was up too late playing Teamfight Tactics last night, looked at my phone, had to make sure there were no more crusties left because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just don't know who greenlit this. Like, this is insane. So thank the Lord Elon Musk for putting this on my timeline before I hit my 600 Twitter limit. The official Netflix Witcher account fumbled, bro. Miguel's about to pop out of some interdimensional tunnel, double cheeked up on a Tuesday morning to fix this. Hi, ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit, and wanted to talk to you all today about something you're all probably intimately familiar with, at least I am, because I am intimately disappointed. Before we get any further, I just have to show it to you. Again, the official Witcher Netflix Twitter account. It's just with the just in case you need a reminder. I saw this quote tweeted and thought it was a parody. There's 4 different images, and each one of it shows, you know, like a fake advertisement with the same phrase. Yes, he's still Geralt in Season 3, The Witcher, with the Netflix logo. Some of you might not realize the ramifications of this. Or be like, okay, so what? Well, just like that operator game you played as a kid, let me shock you. Netflix. I got my beef with them. Kind of mentioned it actually recently in the video where I talked about Silo, which if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I was cooking, all right? Everybody that said they gave it a shot, watch that video, were like, hey, yo, you were spitting, unlike Netflix. But I also got some cool reception, and I've wanted to do some more stuff like this. So anyway, let me know what you think of the video, but let's get back to it. Recently, they've been sort of well known for what appears to be a lot of anti-consumer moves, including stuff like, you know, canceling password sharing and whatnot, which, spoilers, wherever they say money's up. So, I don't know, good job, guys, who all the people are like, oh, boycott Netflix. That really showed them, huh? If you haven't heard about the Netflix's Witcher, then you've been living under a rock. It's been a couple years since it's released, and love it or hate it, could probably sing one tune of a certain song, and you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Second to your Witcher, a valley of plenty, a valley of plenty, oh. Yeah, that one ended up being a pretty big hit, and they ended up making Season 2, and Season 3 just dropped, or most of it, and Season 4 is on the way, which, as we know with Netflix, at least with me, that's a rarity. But if I just had a ballpark a number, which I'm totally pulling out of thin air, 90% of shows don't make it past Season 1. They're like, hey, look at this new original content. And so I just can't trust them anymore with anything. Some numbers might be down on something. They're like, well, cancel it. Well, maybe because you're just known for canceling everything. Neither here nor there. The Witcher was great for many reasons. I enjoy it for many reasons. But let's be honest with ourselves. There's one big reason we all love it. Big. It's Henry Cavill. Yeah, come on. The dude is Geralt is Henry. Henry is Geralt. It's an incredible casting. I mean, it's so rare to find somebody so passionate about what they want to do, especially something like this. This dude loved The Witcher. He'd read all the books. He advocated. He was like running a campaign to be like, hey, yo, I love this. And I love that for him. I do. I bless you, Henry. The show is good, but simply being solo carried on the back of Henry Cavill. The rest is good, but make no mistake, without Henry Cavill, it would have been middling, probably never renewed for a Season 2. But I love my boy Henry. Since I saw him in Man of Steel so long ago, I just don't think I was really familiar with his work beforehand. I don't know how much work he did beforehand, but ever since then, fell in love. Fun fact, it's actually a reason I started working out back in high school. After seeing Man of Steel, there was like some men's workout magazine or something at the grocery store at checkout. I got it. The front of it is just, you know, shirtless Henry Cavill. And it's like, his back routine or something. I'm like, dude, look at this man's. This is a man. And that's coming from a dude. Because, look, you know, I'm no alpha male thing or something like that. I'm going to be honest, all right? Let's be honest with ourselves, boys. Dudes. We work out to look good for other dudes. If you haven't accepted that reality yet, well, you got to take a look in the mirror, my man. All right? Because that's the truth of the matter. You know how many women have come to me and commented about my physique? None. How many dudes? Oh, we got all the dudes. I appreciate it. Hey, looking out for the bros, looking out for the homies. Now, this is like a completely separate video topic. Maybe I'll get into it one day if you want me to. But there's a thing called the female gaze. I don't know why I just had female like. Now, before I get too sidetracked, come back to that some other time because I hardly remember where we were before all this. Sometimes the old ADHD gets the... Which actually reminds me, I haven't taken my meds today. Oh, she's down the hatch. Henry was the perfect Geralt. He just embodied everything about him. And he truly, I know people say it, and it's cornball. But like, I'ma say it. I don't care if it's cornball. He brought the character to life on screen. He really did. I bought in. The supporting cast is good. And obviously there's some standouts that, you know, like we didn't expect, like Yasker. But they brought him back because everybody liked him. So they can understand fan sentiment. That's crazy, right? Like, hey, everybody really likes Yasker. Why don't we bring him back? You probably know where I'm going with this. A couple months back, maybe even a year, I don't know. Time is a strange concept these days. It goes by so fast. It was announced Henry Cavill will not be rejoining as Geralt of Rivia. It's like mac and cheese without cheese. You just got mac. No, not even. It'd be like mac and cheese, but all you have is a boiling pot of water. So when I saw this, my heart like sunk. I was like, this has to be a joke, right? This, what do you mean? Like, it literally doesn't make sense. Because I would have expected something like The Witcher isn't getting renewed, which would have been a surprise, but like season 4 is not coming or something. But to hear, no, it's coming back just without Henry. And then they hit us with the bombshell. He's getting replaced by Liam Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth. This poor dude. My man's Liam Hemsworth? Talk about a bigger downgrade. And I mean that in the best way, Liam. I do. I know you're watching this. I wouldn't go as far as to say big fan, but I have nothing against you. Like, you have not personally offended me or slighted me in any way. This isn't a you problem. This is a Netflix problem. Well, you also took the bag, but I ain't gonna hate on the play. You know what I say? Hey, we all gotta do what we gotta do. Get paid, son. Okay, get paid. But like that was still all saying there because it's like, what happened to Henry? Where's Henry? I'm assuming it's under gag order NDA or something like that. Probably never gonna get the actual story unless it gets leaked somewhere. But one thing the Witcher series has always had contested is, well, the story. Anybody who's read the books especially seems to really dislike the TV series. It seems it departs in some pretty major ways and changes some characters, especially in season 2, in more dramatic ways than one would expect. But it comes out that Lauren Schmidt-Hischrich probably butchered that. Like, I don't mean to butcher that. She's the series creator and like head writer of the whole series. Came out that her and other people on the team don't really even like the books. A lot of rumblings about stuff happening behind the scenes. A lot of stories about Henry actually advocating for certain things to be included in the show. I love to hear it. Henry went the extra mile. Like, that's when you know it was like a passion project for him. That's not a part of his job. He wanted to do Geralt justice. He wanted to do the story justice. And my man's, to his credit, a man of his word. Way back when they were starting to talk about potential more seasons and fleshing out the story and possibly finishing it and making it a whole serial thing, he says, I'm always happy to come back and reprise Geralt as long as we can do the story justice and the character. I'm paraphrasing here, but when we take everything that we'd heard, more or less seems like Netflix fumbled the bag. Not just the bag. Henry Cavill is Geralt. The bag. I'm still upset. Can you tell I'm upset? Because I'm upset. They're just like, all right, fine, walk. See if we care. We're just going to recast you. And I have to imagine Henry sitting there, sipping a fine wine, playing WoW on the PC that he built in that thirst trap, and is just laughing. Like, good luck. The uproar isn't about Liam Hemsworth. I mean, some people have problems with the casting, but the problem is, why are we changing it? Not only that, 4 seasons in. So they just recently released season 3 to bring it back to this tweet. Apologies if I make more videos like this. I'll try and do a better job of bringing it back sooner. It's going to be a lot in post edit. I just went on like a 25-minute rant, so hopefully you don't see that. Technically just part 1 of season 3. Part 2 comes out end of July. Right now there's 5 episodes. There'll be 3 at the end to make for an 8-episode season 3. And Henry Cavill is still in this because while this news came out, I believe they were either in the middle or had already finished filming on season 3, agreed on that, whatever contract, blah, blah, blah. So it was when they were coming back for season 4 negotiations where he's like, ain't happening. He's still here in season 3, which is why I still want to watch season 3 so I can enjoy Henry while I can. But now the turntables. Netflix made a bit of an oof and essentially showed their hand, and by their hand I mean that they're panicking, because that's exactly what this tweet shows. Just in case you need a reminder. There's a lot just in that one sentence. Couple that then with the picture, they address the elephant in the room, which is essentially, not as many of you are watching season 3, and we have a good guess. It's because you know that we're going to recast Geralt, aka Henry Cavill, and that's probably lost your interest, which also doesn't bode well for season 4, because we're getting Liam's Hemsworthington, my man's Liam's Hemsworthington, which again, isn't all his fault. I gotta think they approached a lot of people about recasting, and a lot of sensible people were like, that sounds like suicide. You want me to come in 4 seasons to replace a character beloved by so many because of the person that plays him, for me to replace him, you know? Liam's a different man. Hey, you get after him, my dude. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm writing that off. Or like, well, I'm never watching season 4, whatever it might be. But obviously, there's some blowback. You mean to tell me, like, the execs are like, wait, that was a bad idea? You mean to tell me that this won't work out? Like, what did they think was going to happen? They announced that Henry's gone, they're getting Liam, everything's going to be fine, the series will probably do even better. It's bizarre to me, but I think they heavily undervalued Henry Cavill as, like, the part of this equation. He is the variable. So not only do they see that in the numbers and they're having those discussions, somebody greenlit this tweet, just in case you need a reminder. Well, no, I knew, but a lot of people didn't, because you hear new season and you're like, oh yeah, didn't they replace Henry? Why would I ever watch that? Or like, why would I get excited? It's not like, oh, I need to watch it right now. Because here's the thing. It's almost been out for a week. I haven't even I've watched the first episode. I almost don't want to finish it though, because then like that's going to be the end of Henry as Geralt, and that's going to break my heart. My wife's like, I don't care how good this season is. I'm not watching season 4. I am going to watch season 4. I have to see how they try and pull this off. They said they're going to do some meta approach about how he's just going to change. I'm assuming there's like some potion or wizardry. Now, will I watch it like after the first episode? Will I watch the rest? Probably not. Most people probably won't. In fact, like I think season 4, episode 1 will have some higher numbers, and I just have to hope they don't extrapolate from that and be like, oh, see, people like it's like the Velma show. People like hate watch that, and they renewed it. Great going, guys. Views are down. Who could have seen this coming? It reminds me of how The Flash just bombed in the theaters. Who would have thought it'd be a bad idea to have somebody come out, aka James Gunn, who's taking over the DCU, and be like, hey guys, we've got some more movies coming, but I just want you to know we are completely rehauling everything, nixing all that. None of this matters. I cannot state enough. None of this matters. I don't care about any of this. Neither should you. Anyway, so in like 5 years, I'm going to be rebooting some stuff. Here's some cool shows. Yeah. Anyway, again, what you know now doesn't matter. Bro, you got 3 more movies coming. So yeah, even me, I heard that and I'm like, well, why would I care about any of these other ones? Same with this. You now tell me that the show is fundamentally changing and expect me to still care and others to care. And clearly we don't. It's so sad. I loved this show. I am pissed. I am royally pissed. Toss a coin to Henry Cavill. I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you, please. Bring him back. But it's not all bad. Well, speaking of DCU, then Henry also gets a call. Hey, dude, you're coming back as Superman. He's like, yeah. Then like the next day he gets a call from James. He's like, sorry, we just don't really see you in the future of DCU. So my dude lost Geralt. My dude lost Superman. He's my Superman. To be fair, you could pretty much throw Henry in anything and he's my insert his character. But blood for the blood god, for the god emperor. Because then it was announced he's now like heading and co-creating the cinematic universe of Warhammer 40K. And it also came at a weird time where I just started getting into Warhammer 40K lore and stuff. So I'm excited about that. Wish we could have both. Anyway, way to go, Netflix, you numbnuts. I hate you guys. I really do. Love you. Bye.